Told you only the strong will survive.
Seven, seven, seven.
And we're live with special guest Bullcat. Thanks so much for joining me today, my friends. We got some major developments on the charts. Let's dive right in. I've got around the 7s in the chat. Surprise market summary. Sometimes unexpected things happen. Always give our friends the benefit of a doubt. But I'm not gonna look like a fool. I sent him 11 emails back and forth. Here they are. Trying to schedule this today. One day ago, yesterday, 2 p.m. Pacific.
Love a cat. 777.
Most def. I look forward to it. Double checked again. All good. Awesome. Here's the link. 45 minutes ago. Here's everything I had to prepare to talk about it. I was excited to have a friendly conversation, maybe some other time. We had AMC positive earnings, good ticket sales, food and beverage increases. %float. AMC credit card. Hype factors, other dates, catalysts, squeeze targets. Holding versus accumulating. Techniques for maintaining patience. All important. But our crew's good. Stuff we talk about every day. I was trying to help out. It's easy to get lost in the sauce with the charts right now. Here's AMC. Nice and simple. Hey, Powderhound, thanks for the 7s, man. Powderhound Viva Toro. Let's go. Green day on it. Continuation, $45 area. That's right between here, the next real resistance. Pending this breakout. We don't have it just yet. It is developing nicely. From $15, bullish from 15. Nothing bearish about it. Well, it's over 15. We just need to get this breakout first. That's how we'll know. That's what the charts are for. It's not going to tell us if it's going to break out. It will tell us when the breakout happens. So we'll know, hey, there's a big blast off about to take place. Cool, so I have a bunch of awesome charts prepared. This is the easiest way to look at AMC because this is the same resistance that's maintained all year last year. 2021, nothing's changed. I have hopes for it here. The reason it's heading back up lately, because it already crashed 80%. Hey, Dragon Moth. Let's get some shoutouts. Dragon Moth, Frederick, Becky BMRC, Outside Piper Hands, J Big, just running it. Dr. Skywride, Man-Med, Daily Party Hat, Corey, Kelly, DJ Savage. Hey, thanks a lot, man. He said that's the cleanest chart I've ever seen you have there. There's a surprising amount of effort put into simplifying the chart right here. To prove the point, here's our old AMC day trading chart. This is the real chart that we were using last year, every day. There's an art and simplicity. This is a chart that you can have an effective strategy based upon. That's what I like about it. It's easy to see exactly what's happening and when. Okay, let's say worst case scenario, it didn't make it quite through the resistance yet. And we have more consolidation here.
We have your back, Captain.
Well, I know it. Pertman, cheers. Crew goes stronger and stronger every day. I couldn't be more impressed with what I've been seeing. That's why I've been working on boiling them down to their most basic principles on the technicals, because newer traders are able to utilize this. It's easy to get lost in the sauce. All of a sudden your chart's a mess and you don't know what's going on, and it's causing confusion and panic. That's no good. So one way to look at this is, hey, maybe that was the worst of it. Yeah, it went down a lot last year, it did. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no getting around that fact. Maybe it went down enough to get this breakout. The brand new year, 2022, brand new month of March. Epic start to March after that February fire. The earnings, that can be one catalyst to keep it heading in the right direction. I do think it will get some buying pressure from that. Positive reception, sentiment. So maybe that's what it needs, that's what it'll take, but nonetheless, it's getting that. Developing nicely. So this is the real resistance, would be up here, and it's a good move from 15 to 45. It's a good move, 200%. That alone, that's the first swing. Now we're gonna have to take it one step at a time, because after that, I'm sure there will be some profit takers. There will be some traders who take profits after it goes up 200%. So that's where the bears would have a chance to do some damage to it. Get a normal retracement down to, let's say, 25. Back down to the support zone. If we are able to hold that successfully, that's where AMC will start to moon. $100 chippy digit targets after that successful completion. With the breakout support retest success. This $100 target is literally a Fibonacci projection on the chart, so it's not coming out of thin air. It is based on a Fibonacci projection from the first bull run, the first big push, January, February 2021, back there. That's where the Fibonacci is coming from. Giving us a valid target up here. And note this Fibonacci, the previous one, that hit 63. That's almost the exact top of this run. So that Fibonacci has been accurate all along. That's part of what we used. That was one of our techniques that we used back in the day, from the $5 buy box entry, to recognize this as a target. Some of our traders did take profits up here. They're starting to buy back in now, down here. That's a pretty good trade. If you got out at 50, 60 and you're getting back in at 15, 20. Hey, head start. Sawicki, Ben Hopla, Drake Mallard, Freddie, Gary Hogan, Kelly, Ethan, Bruce Lickett, and Try we get everyone tunneling. Y'all earned it today. David for 2024/7 365. Kristen Denwo. You're putting in the extra effort. It's like overtime at the office. Everyone's talking about the earnings and everything, the due diligence. Do they know how to handle the chart right here? I suspect when we see a breakout here, we'll be getting those bullish indicators. The MACD crossover, see, that hasn't happened quite yet, but it is developing. That's what's getting exciting about AMC. Oversold, undervalued, according to the indicators right now. They just haven't got that momentum upwards yet. Hey Jeff, I know you were looking forward to that today. Jeff's a savage who joined our crew after the first Jackson Hunter interview. I guess y'all can just go back and rewatch that one. If you're excited for it, for a special guest. You can always go rewatch the interview from last year.
Trumpet.
Evil Taro!
Guitar. Saxophone.
My goodness! I'm gonna
Staff. Drum. Violin. Rainbow. Bear. 7-7.
What? You know what time it is? Short squeeze confirmed! Thanks so much, my friend. I knew you all would still be hyped, still show up, still kick the market's ass no matter what. Even if we started the show at 2 in the morning, you would be here. That's what it takes right now. No, I'll do that for you. I'm doing the hard part for you. Trying to learn how to be a master on the charts is gonna take some time. You don't have to get to that level right now. Use this one. Use this chart. Green alert. We got the maps right here. Lots of retail traders already gave up on AMC. Haha. KM Square. Denwo's stamp of approval is the most reputable by the indicator on the streets. Yeah, you know what? And I'm talking about AMC breakouts. It's the real deal. So I've been unbiased on it from day one. Hey Alice, this is it right here. The giant $100 target. So think about it. Even look, it could go beyond 100. That's just to get us excited. The appetizer. Even if it goes from 15, 20 to 100, that's nice. 500. What's wrong with 500%? That's a good start. Especially if you're still diamond handsing from $5 last year. Some of you are. There's your 20x, 2,000% from 5 to 100. Yeah, Freddy, it is. It is a decent entry here. More so than a brand new entry, it's more like a re-entry from people who took profits last year.
AMC until $5 again.
Yo, crazy! What? Come on! My goodness. I'll make him a break character. What do I need to get the hat on? Oh my goodness. Boy, me away. Let's fucking go. Set sail! We're cruising! Oh, slow down. 24-hour live stream, let's go. Thanks so much, everyone. They didn't even want credit for that. bears play in twos. We got a tag team from one of our other resident bears. I asked politely for y'all to blow me away with sevens in the chat. That was unexpected. Appreciate you. Yeah, Manny, there you go, man. He's feeling better about this already. The trade on AMC, holding it, because Captain's seeing the same thing. We're using our collective brain power to recognize this. If you disagree, you can always let me know in the chat, but you have to back it up with why. Tell me why, if you're seeing something different. Because it's clear, perhaps even obvious, that this trend line is the most important. I can't wait to see it get right through it. I'm sure it will in a matter of time. Time's the hard part right now. Like I was saying a minute ago, lots of retail traders already gave up on it. They bought it at 50, took some damage, and moved on to other things in life. Not only did they probably give up on their AMC trade and sell for a loss, but they also just gave up on the markets, okay? There's always waves of new traders who enter off a hype cycle and then make a mistake and don't stick to the plan and see it through to the very end. You gotta get the treasure back to town after you pillage it down there. It takes a while to sail all the way back across the ocean. And it takes a lot of bravery to get in down here after it's been trending down for a few months. Thoughts on the timing? Alright. This is why the show must go on. I have some awesome charts prepared for you. We're gonna talk about that. I think we'll go for a couple hours. Why not? Crypto never sleeps. Crypto, I didn't hear no bell. There might even be some after hours action. Check that out too. I didn't even look at the closing prices on our favorites. So check the closing prices, see if we had any end of day surprises for power hour. But starting slow, nice and easy, ease into it. Alright, so for the timing, this is the cool part because there's a couple ways to play this. Either you're doing a long swing and you're looking for those bullish signals, all the puzzle pieces falling into place, and we are getting enough of them to help you feel confident about that, just pending this next move. So far so good. That's one way to play it, entering a long scalp as a swing trade, and then seeing how it develops. The other way to play it is the diamond hand strategy, potentially even accumulating, laddering in, scooping up a few entries as it goes over time. So maybe making one entry here this month and another entry next month, wherever it is, if it's up here, if it's down there next month. Accumulating a few times while it's in this area before that next bigger move. So the beauty of this is, even if it stays under this resistance for a while longer, let's say another month, at a certain point it's gonna reach a climax in apex and there won't be anywhere left to go. So even if that happens, which is kind of the worst case scenario on it, between these two green areas, the green resistance and the green entry buy box, hot bevy, even if it does consolidate here, we're looking at a couple months and then there's nowhere left to go, and it has to make a move by then, within a couple of months it looks like. So the early half of this year, and then that's great, because hey, if we see all that, whether it happens this week, if it happens Friday, excellent. If it happens next month, just as good. We have further confluence with that, with our other charts. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our other charts now, but it's relevant to all of this as well. Starting with GameStop, they are similar enough that there's relevance there with the correlation between GME and AMC. I had a good question. We're gonna take a poll. I had a good question I wanted to get someone else's perspective on. Let's take a poll for it. I'm gonna ask the audience. It's a spicy one. It's a serious question. I really want to know the answer. It's part of being a team, is we can all get a feel for what the audience thinks. What the majority thinks, not just one person. I have an interesting question I'll propose. How AMC and GameStop. I'm just gonna leave the poll running while I'm talking about GameStop. Alright, AMC and GameStop, do you feel that the movement, overall the sentiment between the two, is it getting more unity, more unifying as time goes on? Where's our poll? There we go. We got 5 minutes. Are we gonna see more and more unity between the two? Or do you think we're gonna see more division between AMC and GameStop? You can either vote, so exclamation mark, and then vote, unity, or division. Honestly, I'm not sure what to make of it myself. I'm not really trying to jump to conclusions, so let's see what you all think. I know there's some drama between the two, and it's kind of like which one's better, and this or that. Is it both? What about both? The charts are pretty similar. Cool, so we'll leave that vote running for a few. Oh, it took out GameStop. Now, there's actually probably bigger developments here at the moment on GameStop. It may be flying under the radar a little bit. It looks nice on this pattern with a giant wedge. This would be equivalent to the AMC resistance from last year, where we never completely broke free from there. It tried. Fake out, breakout. That's where we had to be very careful. We had to be cautious here. It was starting to get interesting, but it didn't maintain. I like it more down here. because it tapped it tapped right under 100, stop hunt. What that means is traders who had a stop loss in place under $100. So they might have bought it at 150 and they were thinking, well, if I put a stop loss at 95, I'll be safe because it'll stay above 100, and then it tapped right below, stopping those folks out. Almost like it was intentional. Market manipulation at its finest. Yeah, I've always felt there was more unity between the two. It's hard to get a grasp of the sentiment right now. Oh wow, okay. We got majority votes for division currently. Only 2 votes for unity. Interesting, wasn't expecting that. Thought maybe it would be more split down the middle, 50-50. Yeah, just Revenant, technically speaking, the next target would be bigger on AMC. However, the market caps are almost identical. At least they were a few weeks ago. Let's check. AMC market cap, $9.5 billion. GameStop market cap, $9.3 billion. They're almost equivalent market cap. Same size companies right now. Same hard resistance they're trying to breach. But look how close GameStop is to this. That's the development here. Know how close we actually are on the GameStop wedge? This is the end of the month. This is early April. Oh, don't worry, Becky. I got Mullen coming up. Mullen was one of the most beautiful day trades I've ever seen. In over a decade of trading. Day trading's coming back. Day trader's paradise. Getting spicy. Markets are hot. Alright. Vote's over. My goodness. 20% unity, 77% division. Strong majority division. If that's what y'all have been noticing, I'm gonna agree. I'll accept that. I'm not gonna argue that. Something to consider, because we'll get into the similarities here. Is the resistance that's trying to breach through relatively soon with a nice projection, all-time high targets. So for GameStop, all-time high is 500. Everyone knows that. It can hit 1,000. So let's say from 100 to 1,000 would be your 10x. That's the potential on that swing, pending this next breakout here. So it's an incredible thing that we'll know right when it's happening. I'll let you all know immediately. Beyond that, which I think is also flying under the radar, but pretty crucial. The bottom, where's this bottom support coming from here? Well, I'm on the log chart. This is gonna look pretty different on the linear chart here. And this is how most traders on YouTube are drawing their GameStop chart. it's not valid. It's all about the log chart because it is such an extreme projection. Because that was such a big bull run back here. We need the log chart, logarithmic, to get that exponential factor visible here. Look how far back the support trend line goes. It goes all the way back early 2020. Before the squeeze number 1 even began. That's very valid until it were to fall below there. If it falls below there, that's going to be our hot beverage. So worst case scenario on GME is it fails to get a significant breakout from the yellow resistance. Even so that may be best case scenario after all. Get a nice dip at 50 and then take it from there, because if it were to touch down at 50, not only is that a more attractive entry price, it also gives us bigger targets. So think about, well, the targets stay the same at 500 and 1,000. So if you can get some, if you can pillage some cheap shares down at 50, now the targets are going to be way bigger. It's going to be 10x just to go to 500, and then 20x to go to 1,000. There absolutely is 20x potential on these charts still. People were waiting all year last year to re-enter GameStop at $100, and they got that. Again, note how tight this corner is. We're getting there, getting through the storm. It's looking like another month and there will be a huge move here. For better or for worse, it depends on your perspective. Remember that there are a couple great ways to handle it. Straight up. There are 2 awesome ways to handle this. Either you wait for the confirmation and then a long scalp, or you wait and get the hot bevy and go for a bounce. Note how both of those options, both of those choices had waiting involved. It's a dormant volcano right now. Same with the AMC indicators, where they haven't turned just yet, but they are heading in that direction, and we'll notice it as soon as it happens. We're waiting for this bullish crossover on the weekly long-term MACD. See how it didn't happen back here? It wasn't oversold enough, didn't go low enough, now it has. That's what we'll see developing as time goes on, giving us a clear picture of the trends. This is a mind melter. Why I proposed the question, do you suppose that there's more unity or division being brought to the movement between AMC and GameStop? Because we charted the strength of GameStop versus AMC. That's this chart. It's clearly trending up. It might not have been that noticeable a few months ago, a few weeks ago. Now it is, when it's over this dashed orange line. You would call that a resistance breakout right here, maintaining the long-term support. You gotta wonder, based upon this, showing us that GameStop's technically outperforming AMC. Based upon this, if it continues, this is telling us that GameStop might go on a run first, actually. And that coincides with the wedge here. The shorter time frame for the apex of the wedge here being only a month out at the end of March, early April. Whereas AMC, well, we don't really know when it's gonna hit that, but if it took till the very end of the wedge, we're looking more at end of April, beginning of May, so that's an extra month. You'd be reasonable to suspect that could happen because that's what happened last time. When you think about it, if you were in the markets last year, 2021, for the first squeeze action, GameStop AMC, truly GameStop, it did go on a run first before AMC. That's right here on this chart. The strength of GameStop versus AMC again. That's represented right here exactly. So when AMC started going up after GameStop, that's right here. When AMC was outperforming GameStop. So AMC had a nice run there, a nice go for it, outperforming GameStop for months and months. But it has been a full retracement back down to the support, just like any other chart. And it's maintaining, so will this continue? And perhaps GameStop will make a move first, based on that end of month breakout projection. Followed by AMC. If anyone was trying to trade both, that's worth knowing. It could be a repeat of the last time. Follow the leader. Let's see how the coach. I recognize all those names in the chat. What a surprise. Thanks for joining me today, yo. Special afternoon deep dive. I do have an alert set on BTC, so just in case. We're expecting crypto continuation overnight, heading up to $50,000 real soon. We'll get into that. Hey Bruce, why would there be drama? Well, that's what I'm wondering, if there was or not. I'm not saying there is drama between the two. I'm uncertain if the majority of traders are just all in AMC or they're all in GameStop, one or the other. That's what I'm trying to get a feel for, rather than both of them at the same time, because I know a lot of our stock pirates are holding GameStop and AMC. And this does not mean, this chart right here, the versus comparison, strength of GameStop versus AMC, it does not mean that AMC is better, GameStop's better than AMC, nothing like that at all. It just shows us which one may go first. Cool. It's not worth overthinking. It's just something to make note of. Here's where our timing estimate. Alright, so this is the dollar value of the dollar going up all last year, 2021. What does that mean in terms of global events? It means they stopped stimulating the economy during 2021. They stopped printing money. They stopped giving out stimulus checks and bills, and it's not the same as the initial lockdown 2020. That's when they were printing lots of money, giving out all the stimulus checks to citizens, lots of economic bills and everything. They haven't been doing that a whole year. It's at a boiling point right now. See how green it is? Giant candles right here. It's not messing around anymore. We gotta finish it off. Get to the ultimate resistance first. This is inevitable. It makes perfect sense because the S&P has been going down. The S&P has been losing lots of value. You can see that right here inversely with the dollar gaining value. That's part of the reason. When you're looking at stocks, trading stock prices, you're trading the value of the stocks compared to the dollar. There is a direct effect there. If we hold steady, if AMC holds $15, GameStop holds $100, while the dollar's the Dixie chart, literally the dollar value itself, is working its way up to this resistance. That's where we're gonna get epic bull runs, because after that, heading right for a major dollar crash. Think about all the chaos going on right now, and the FUD and the markets and everything. After the market crashes, after it's all completely over with, one way or another, right? And things get extreme, they're gonna start printing money again. You can count on it. You know they are. We all know they are. It's no secret. It's just a matter of time until they start printing lots of money again, stimulating the economy and trying to save the markets. Just like when things got intense 2020. They did their best to prop up the markets. And it worked. They'll do it again when it gets extreme. We're through the worst of it. That part took the longest last year. Now it's ripping. Someone leveled up. Aggro Grizzly, nice man. Getting those valuable experience points every day. Aggro Grizzly, he turned his whole goddamn portfolio around. I wasn't gonna shout it out, now I think it's worth it. In one day. Where'd you post that? Okay, got it. He goes, my portfolio is a massive pirate wedge. And it looks ugly until you see this. Look at that candle. Straight up last week. In one day, boom. Instant recovery. Yeah, savage. He went from 50% down to in the green overnight. In one day. That's the power of the hot bevies. So imagine the power of what can happen. The opportunity when the dollar were to crash like this. Alright, because here, this one, 2020, if you think about what happened to crypto during that same time frame, well, Bitcoin went from like $5,000 to $50,000 during that time. How about this one? Ethereum went from like $5 to $500 in 2017. Oh yeah, I remember what Dogecoin did too. During those undervalued altcoins. That's really what we're preparing for ultimately, is this move right here. Now that we're in 2022, getting closer and closer, something epic. Altcoin season, altcoin bull run. I can't wait. We do gotta get there first though. This is why the markets are currently in trouble. for the time being with the S&P and everything. You can see it on a lot of them. It's already happening on lots of them. Facebook crashed already. I mean, Meta. It is very much happening. There's no escaping it. You gotta make it through the storm, get to the other side. Alright, the timing on this, it's looking like perhaps 1 month, maybe 2 months. And that's what we're always planning was, hey, we gotta be patient going into March, April. We're just hitting March, so we do have some more diamond handsing to get through for April. But we're getting there. If the dollar's up here soon, that's the beginning. That'll be the first day of the rest of our lives. Being that the projection on the dollar lines up with a couple months, same with the S&P. We're about to look at that. More confidence for AMC GameStop. This is where AMC GameStop squeeze giant targets. When this happens, AMC going to 100. When this happens, GameStop going to 500. That's the time estimate. It coincides with the dollar right there. With the end of these wedges, these giant magic triangles on GameStop, the end of March this month, AMC, it's looking like maybe the April. So there you go. Within a couple of months, something big is cooking up. Look out below on the S&P. Everyone's starting to wake up to the fact their eyes are opening. Good thing we channeled the third eye energy. You're looking for a new girlfriend? We got plenty of bays right now. I got grayscale Litecoin bay coming up. Lucid was bay, where he hit a big target on it. Now she's playing hard to get again. First of all, note the resistance in yellow. We're right on that line. It's holding resistance. Simple as that. S&P. One line to rule them all. Thanks again everyone for making a special afternoon. As long as that maintains, well, the longer it maintains, the lower it's gonna go, right? Until it clears that resistance, kind of like the AMC resistance from 2021. Those did come down. Now they're down here. AMC and GameStop are already down here. They already came down 80%. They're ready to start going back up. They're more at the re-entry phase. Down here already. Some stocks are just beginning. It's something to be cautious of. It means not a good idea to enter large market caps. The more money a stock has in the company right now, the more money can be lost from the value of the price. We've already been seeing it. It's just been an extensive process. Not quite as fast as the last crash, 2020. Not quite as fast, but there were similar movements here. with bounces along the way every once in a while. This is where we are right now. If you were to put them side by side, this is what might be coming next real soon. Lining up with our 1 to 2 month estimate on the dollar and everything. So this makes sense if it were to go red for another month with the dollar going up for another month. We were just talking about with this. This trend does go back to 1985 on the dollar chart, so you can expect that to hold. If we're looking at another month of dollar increasing, that means another month of S&P decreasing. We did have a major monthly candle bar close on Monday. Very important. It's a bearish engulfing candle. It's going to permanently be there forever on the chart now. So every time anyone pulls this chart up, forever in the future, they're going to see those 2 red monthly candles. There's only been 1 red monthly candle on the last retraces. We had this one here, 1 here, and then this back here. This is already 2020. Let's get some sound in the chat. I'm talking all day. I'm hyped. We're gonna keep going another hour or so. We're gonna need a shorter intermission in between. We're screaming about breakouts all morning. Voices can't threat.
777.
Window. The special would have been over already. We're only gonna do it for an hour. We're still cruising. So it's even better. Captain feels bad. I know a lot of you are looking forward to that, so I'm trying to make it up. Always too. This is why I like to be in charge. I don't like to rely on other people. With that monthly candle, we got the bearish crossover on the monthly. I didn't even notice that yet. Brand new development. Surprise. We had it on that daily. That's where I was going with this. I was like, we know about this on the daily. It's on the monthly now. Uh-oh. See that brand new red candle? Look how topped out it is. It crashed into the moon. Burning up in the atmosphere. Surprise development. This is what I was gonna show you on the day, on the weekly.
777.
Not even on the monthly.
Flag, bear.
Evil Toro. I'm getting our resident gay bear excited.
Oh yeah!
Don't get too excited yet. It's gonna take a few days for retail to wake up to that. If we're just seeing it right now, no one else has even noticed that yet. We look at this every day and we're just noticing that right now. After Monday's monthly candle. It's brand new on the chart. Crazy. Alright, but yeah, the weekly is where I was going with that. It was bad enough on the weekly, ugly enough, because count it. That's a lot of bearish crossovers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them. The 5 bear men. That was all the way back in December when we had that 5th bearish crossover development. And now we have it on the monthly. It doesn't get more long term than that. You're not gonna wait for a bearish crossover on the yearly chart. We don't look at yearly charts. That's too long term. Here's the fire. Alright. Let's say S&P does have a full crash scenario all the way back to 2020 prices. That's where they've been going. That's why we're targeting 2020.
Want me out, Beard? How about the choo-choo quick and dirty?
Oh. Oh. I'm gonna have to take my shirt off. Thanks so much. Show us your nips. Hilarious. Oh, sure, yeah. Inverse charts. Oh, it's coming right up. Starting nice and easy. It's not too late. Party's just getting started. These trades have hardly even begun yet. That's what I mean by it's been an extensive process. So it's happening with the monthly candle and that new bearish crossover development. It should start speeding up. It'll take a few days for traders to realize that, like we just did. The bright side of this, alright. If the indices go down like that, that's a lot of money that's going to be entering other trades. That's so much money that will be flowing out of overvalued assets into undervalued. That's why lately when we've been seeing charts go green, they don't mess around. They go straight up. I guess we gotta reference Cabo for that one. What better reference than Cabo? Going 500% early February in a little over a week. Not even 2 weeks. Still at the resistance. Stuck under 3. Stock pirates are already long gone with the Cabo. Stock pirates already took profits on Cabo fucking 2 weeks ago. You know how we roll. No FOMO up there. We don't FOMO after it goes up. What better example how explosive the undervalued charts are than this 500% in a week on Cabo. My goodness. From where? From the all-time low. When it goes that much, it's not even... Trade's over, we crushed it. Another victory. And then on to the next one. If it goes down low enough here, it'll become bullish again. That's what Mullen's doing right now. To finish with the S&P though. So the reason I showed that is because that's representing undervalued charts that are lower than they should be. How fast they're recovering that lost value from last year, going down, down, down last year. This is the inverse correlation. So on top, we have our S&P gigantic rising wedge. This is a textbook charting pattern called a rising wedge, ascending wedge. Bearish targets the bottom of the wedge. VXX is an inverse trade, so it literally is supposed to go green when S&P goes red, and vice versa. There's been an extensive process where it's really only just begun, so is it too late? Not even. Oh, don't make the captain laugh. Too late. We're just on time. Watch it. Go, go, go. That timing's just right. We could show the same thing with Kavo down here at the bottom. Anything that's undervalued, potentially even AMC and GameStop would look somewhat similar to this, with where they are right now. Undervalued according to the indicators on the charts, and the trends, the patterns, long term. Overvalued on the S&P, the large market cap. Those are the ones that are in trouble for the next month or two when the dollar's going up. These ones just getting started like Kavo. So, Mullen Automotive. Beautiful day trade, up and down. This is one of the most perfect day trades I've ever seen, ever. My entire trading career. And I really mean that. Why was it so fire? Because we caught the hot bevy. Because we were patient on it, waiting for it to go all the way to the hard bottom. Dunking right in our cup. So people entered 50 cents, 60 cents. We got some nice early signals. Some nice 30% pops here and there leading up. Well, we had two of them. One here, third time's the charm. That's number 3. 3 strikes, you're out. The bears are out. Paper hands folded. Time to go green. The setup was perfect, as was the target. Hit another resistance. Almost all in one day. It went 177% that day. Good times, good time. I remember it like it was yesterday because it practically was. I was on like Monday. The bulls took profits. That was such a good long scalp. Crushing 250% in like one day. Taking profits. Get the money and run. And then the bears stepped in. And then some of the savage bears went for a short scalp in the other direction, entering right there. Riding it down the next day 50% to the downside, making money on it both ways. Back to back. That's incredible. It's very rare. Those giant targets happening like that so quickly on a day trade, very rare. It went exactly right. Nothing went wrong at all. There was nothing unexpected. It was perfect. It'll probably be one of my favorite day trades for a long time to come in the future. I'll look back on that. I remember that perfect setup on Moa. It was so good. We needed a nice win like this. There's what tells me that, hey, day trading paradise is coming back. We're getting the goods on the day trades again. It's been months. December, deadly December, and boring January. Those were rough. There wasn't much day trade, quick moves, good scalps like this. Now there is. Now they're everywhere, popping like popcorn. Who's hungry for popcorn? The popcorn bounces all over our favorite Wall Street bet charts. Now where it is. This is today. It came down under $1 after that last move, right? So we're sitting right under $1. We're bullish again. After that 50% retracement, people re-entered it for the upside. We're trying to get it the third time. Up, down, and then up again for another breakout. Pull a few more 100% now. This is just short term. That was epic on the short term. We're not even talking about midterm, long-term targets. It can go up here. Back to where it was, because why? Because all these charts, whether they're completely undervalued and they're working their way back up in a recovery, or if they're overvalued heading downwards, either way, they're all seeming to be heading back in time, back to the year 2020. That would be back here on the all-time high area. There you go, all-time high area. It was up here. The reason it was so fire for a hot baby entry recently is because of how fast it retraced, how fast it crashed recently. So that's our target area, valid. And then the fact that it was up here at that same area only back in November. It's only been a few months and it came all the way down 95%. That's where we like it, right where we want it, between 85% and 95% down. Fits the requirements. That's the long-term target. Because it went down so fast from November, it can recover just as fast. Maybe within a few months, we're hitting $10 on it. So, from under $1 to over $10 is the Mullen trade long term. It's gonna take some strong diamond hands to get there. You gotta stay calm, hold strong, ride the waves through that one. Not many people are gonna make it that far on Mullen. Every time it has a red day, there's gonna be holders shaken out of it. This is how patience pays off. Everyone's looking for those giant 10x targets. This is how you find them. These are supported by the technicals on the chart. It wouldn't be this big of a target if it didn't sell off 95% in the last few months. What if Bitcoin goes back to long-term support? Oh wait, it's already done that. Maybe Bitcoin will go back to the long-term support as well. It's already done that. It already is. We're getting an epic crypto bounce. Assemble the trampoline. That's this bull box here. Consolidation zone. Long-term support. 345 is the number. $34,500 on the dot. We've got a double bottom bounce on the short term. Those two arrows. Remember 345. It's easy to remember. It's the only important number right now for the support. That's the blue line right here. So this is our long-term support back from last August. We're holding the line. Huge buying pressure coming through. Like how it's looking. This is the simplified version, of course. Trying to focus on only what's most important, neglecting things that are irrelevant. If we're heading up to 50,000 soon, which it does appear so on the short term, that's the first step. We clear 50,000, we're going to the moon. That's how Bitcoin gets to the all-time high. So far so good. It is exactly how I would expect that to look here on the chart in that scenario. Trust the chart, trust that support. No problems at all unless it were to fall below and get stuck underneath that green line. This is our current weekly candle, giant green candle on the weekly. And then of course the monthly, just like how the S&P looks ugly on the monthly, we got two green candles on the monthly back to back on Bitcoin. Open. As long as Bitcoin holds the bull box in blue there while the dollar's doing its thing. So remember the dollar trying to head upwards to the ultimate resistance over another month or two. As long as Bitcoin does not crash right here, if Bitcoin just holds steady, holds the line, the bull box, we'll be good to go after that. This is where Bitcoin will hit all-time highs on the dollar chart. Being prepared for this now is key, because you're going to know exactly what's happening when it's happening. You don't want to be surprised by this and not ready for it. Time's a luxury right now. Some time to prepare still. What that means for crypto is maybe some more consolidation between 40,000 and 50,000, just generally speaking, this zone right here between the blue lines, as it's kind of been doing already. We could get some more of this for another month or two, but even if that's the case, as long as we're holding the line and it's not crashing, then we are heading to all-time high. No reason to doubt that right now. What that extended accumulation means is the altcoins. Some of the altcoins are fire right now. And since we're running off script today, I got one last thing to show you on Bitcoin. Did you see the long squeeze? My goodness. Did you see the flash crash on Bitcoin Binance back in October? Market madness. People were saying, literally in our chat even back then, it's impossible for Bitcoin to ever go to $10,000 ever again, and then it happened on Binance in one night, overnight. Imagine being able to buy that dip. To catch that dip, you would have had to be ready beforehand. So this is kind of like a short squeeze. This is what a short squeeze will look like. You gotta be ready beforehand. If you're not ready, you just might miss it. Awesome. Those were the major market developments. Okay, thanks so much. All the kind words and support today, my friends. Happy trading. We're gonna keep cruising for another hour or so. Those were the major chart developments I had prepared for you. Hope you enjoyed the special. We're gonna dive into some of our altcoins when we get back. We're gonna check out the after hours. We're gonna check out the market close on the day. Cheers. We'll be right back. Those were the mind melters. I might have one more for you coming up. Record giant magic triangle. Woo! Incredible. I'm not joking when I'm saying life-changing opportunities. Let's get this treasure back to town. Okay. Same line on BTC as last week. Still looking for 50,000 any day. We had a nice push on it on the bell this morning on the market opening right here. We have been getting a bit of a dollar dip after hours, that helps. It's closed now though. Dash still 100. Thanks everyone, 2-minute intermission.
Thank you for taking every single chance to educate us. We couldn't ask for a better captain.
Oh, Lois, wow. Incredible support. You're all the best. We got the best audience on the internet. That I do know for a fact. There's nothing uncertain. There's no certainties in life. Like dropping my phone right there. But I do know we got the best crew on the internet. Much love, everyone. Really means the world. It's the thoughts that count. Thanks, love. Hope everyone had a great day. Jumping back in the church. Cool. Crypto. It's like we're getting that afternoon paper hand like every day. Since we're looking at more mind games, more coconut bounces on S&P throughout the week, there's gonna be more paper hands along the way. Always. You don't fuck with crypto, crypto fucks with you. I see Toro, have fun on your hot date. I hope you don't get ghosted. Feel like we're back in high school again or something. We got enough bays on the charts right here. Dash bay. What a day. We're marching onwards and upwards. We're in new month. So any day, we're looking at 50k. That's the reasonable expectation here. Rather than even another support retest, we've already done that enough. We've done that a few times. It doesn't need to retest 3, 4, 5 anymore. It needs to test 50.
Pride flag, 7, bear, hide flag, treble clef with staff, party face.
Hey, thanks for all the sevens, Elliottician. Loving the hype. Stock pirates always show up in force when they're ready for battle. That was good, that was productive, because now I don't have to cover all these things throughout the week. We don't have to waste any time tomorrow talking about the dollar and Mullen. Got that out of the way. Smooth sound ahead. I'm curious if there was any move after hours. Check out the end of day closes since we weren't live for the bell. Bunch of green action, some 5%. Oh, Sondheim, yeah. TAL, Sondheim, waiter. Those all have giant targets, they're undervalued. Good entry prices. I know Metamaterials got the hammer today. That's all gonna be the earnings and everything. We do have to give Metamaterials more time because that's not an all-time low entry. That's not exactly a hot bevy. It's just a decent entry under 2 on that one. Here's loopring. Anyone's excited about loopring? GameStop and everything? At least that's what started the hype cycle of loopring. Started the conversation going. We were able to catch these first waves. We surfed that wave. Same with the crypto.com one. They've had awesome movements already. Alright. That looks pretty decent right here on loopring. Full retracement, 85%. Well, where do we like our hot babies? Again, 85 to 95%. That fits the requirement on a re-entry for loopring. So that looks pretty decent already. Check this out. Long-term support trend line going way, way back. That's what it's all about on the loopring chart. Spoiler alert, that's looking to maintain. Holding the line. Literally. Green alert. So a lot of the altcoins are right where we want them for a nice entry on a long-term support trend line. Expecting crypto continuation. That's what's great about Bitcoin being healthy. So the altcoins are set up perfect. The stars are aligned. It's come down far enough that just to go back to the all-time high, 500%. There's a chart where it's under $1 right now. We could see $10 on it. 10x on loopring. Not our biggest target on the altcoins. That's okay. Some of them are more high risk, high reward than others. This one's more moderate risk, let's say. With a more moderate target. Litecoin, giant magic triangle. This deserves attention. Look where it is. I haven't moved it one bit. Literally, because I finally we officially minted it as an NFT, and it's permanent on the blockchain now. This picture. Just for fun, but also to document. So we might look back on this same chart one day. Oh, Litecoin's way bigger price. And go, oh my goodness! Remember the Litecoin giant magic triangle? In 2022? I have not changed this chart, and I'm not going to. Look how exact in the middle it is. Something big is cooking up. A game of red light, green light. Red light is kind of slow and steady. Yellow light picking up some speed. Green light blasts off. Litecoin all-time high, we're looking at $400. It hit that last year even. 2017 and last year. Think about it, if Litecoin already went to 400 last year and it goes to a new all-time high from $500 to $1,000, that's reasonable. If it just doubled from that all-time high, we'd be at $1,000. It certainly can double from that all-time high on an altcoin bull run with the dollar crash. So this may take a couple more months while the dollar's trending up. As long as we hold the line. Epic bull run pending. We gotta be patient while this is happening here. This, the dollar crash, that's where AMC goes to 100, that's where GameStop goes to 1,000. That's where Bitcoin goes to 100,000, that's where Litecoin goes to 1,000. It already stopped out people under 100, just like Dash, hitting $95 whatnot and bouncing right back over 100 in a blink of an eye. Bullish as fuck over 100, simply put. Have you ever heard of a 50% discount on crypto? Imagine walking into the Apple store, the Bitcoin store, the crypto store. Yes, good day. We have a special 50% off on your crypto. That's where Grayscale Litecoin comes into play. There's no discount on Litecoin. Discount on Litecoin. There's never a discount on crypto ever. Have you ever heard of one? Neither have I. Until recently, until the past couple months. We have a 50% discount on Litecoin. That's why we've been pillaging it. It's on a holding company. This is a stock, a crypto company, Grayscale, that holds a bunch of crypto, Litecoin. The share price of this chart goes up and down based on the price of Litecoin, but it's not 1-to-1. It does not follow exactly penny for penny. There's a premium on it, meaning that people are willing to pay extra to go long on Grayscale Litecoin versus Litecoin. Currently, it's a negative premium. That's how low it is, how undervalued it is. Well, it's at single digits, under $10, it's at $6. When it's single digit, the premium actually went negative. If the premium's negative, that means there's actually a discount. That's what we're calling it. That was up to 50%. That means if you were to buy $1,000 worth of Litecoin or $1,000 worth of Grayscale Litecoin, you would get 50% more extra for choosing Grayscale instead. Massive discount on the entry price. It's never been up here this before, ever. And I've never seen it before on any other chart ever. Yet here it is. We've been watching it develop for months. It wasn't even like this a few months ago. It got very extreme. It has my attention. How about for the chart on it? Well, you could call this a nice giant falling wedge. If this is a giant descending wedge, falling wedge, that's exactly what we were talking about on the undervalued assets. Here's a giant falling wedge. VXX, the inverse S&P, the undervalued charts. This is representative of Grayscale Litecoin down here. Anticipating a return to balance. Restore the natural balance here. Some charts need to come down. Some charts are about to go up. If you're getting that kind of a discount, so right now, today, as it's fading away rapidly, it's currently 37% discount on it for entries. So if you do the math, these are special formulas, mathematic formulas that I came up with myself to calculate all this. It's not immediately apparent when you first start diving into these charts. It took us a while to come up with all these conclusions here. get a more accurate analysis on that discount. So here's where we are in terms of the price you were to pay with that 37% discount. You'd be paying $70 for Litecoin right now. Bang for buck, your buying power. So if we go back to the Litecoin chart, Litecoin's $111 right now. And we're able to get in for $70. That puts it right down here at the very bottom. That's where we're getting into Litecoin. I'm not paying over 100 for Litecoin. Why would I do that when there's a huge discount on Grayscale Litecoin? Now, this, speaking of hard retracements, right? Like Mullen dropped so far so fast back from November, December that it's recovering very quickly. That's the potential of Grayscale Litecoin there. As we can get a nice recovery. So the speculation here is, there is some speculation to it, being that the idea is if Litecoin goes to an all-time high, if Litecoin goes to $1,000 or even $400, just an all-time high in general, hey, that means Grayscale Litecoin could potentially go to an all-time high too. What if we did go recover one day over the long term? This is a long-term diamond hands chart after all. But regardless of the time factor there, what if we do return to the all-time high area and then we measure our targets now? From under $10 up to the all-time high area, where it was back late last year, not that long ago. That's 4,500%. Holy cow. It's 45x targets. Speculatively, hey, if Litecoin goes to all-time high, so might Grayscale Litecoin, and that's a giant target, only because it's undervalued, only because it's so undervalued, low price, with the discount factored in. That's the power of getting a discount on crypto. Cool, we'll just run through a few of our favorite altcoins. Every morning it's been exciting to check what Bitcoin did overnight. First thing we're gonna check tomorrow morning and say, did Bitcoin hit 50K yet? It's probably gonna wait until the bell to see a bigger push, just like today. The second the market opened, Bitcoin had a push upwards to 45,000. Once the dollar chart opens back up and the markets are rolling. One step at a time. It's good to run through some of these altcoins again, reconfirm everything, because they are at fire entries right now and they're probably not going to stay there very long. They're already bouncing from our buy box entries. We looked at loopring being a more moderate risk, moderate target altcoin. These are smaller market cap ones. These are more high risk, high reward. They're higher risk because they're not as popular, so there's less hype around them. They're forgotten treasures, forgotten artifacts. Except they got brought back to life last year. The resurrection. They're zombie charts. They came back to life this last year on this chart. So we're looking at Steem. S-T-E-E-M. Nothing to do with S-T-A-M. The gaming company. This is social media on the blockchain. They actually have a live and running website. It's just not very popular in the US. It used to be. It used to be a popular project in the US. Everyone was talking about social media on the blockchain. Even there were lots of influencers posting out there using this platform. That was back here. $2017 altcoin bull run. Where was that on the dollar again? That was here. This is the 2017, excuse me, epic altcoin bull run. If that's what Steem did back then on that dollar dip, what do you think Steem's gonna do on a real dollar crash? Over 100x. 10,000%. From where we are right now currently, well, it's a good entry, even just on last year, because you're not FOMOing in up here. You'd never FOMO in here. I had to prevent people from doing that on Dogecoin and everything. Sure enough, all those came down. And now where it is currently at the bottom of our buy bars, holding the line. That's a nice re-entry, 85% hot bevy, right where we want it. To recover to last year, 500%. Well, what if we recover 2017? Some altcoins have already done this. This is why it's possible. I wouldn't even say it's possible at all whatsoever if we haven't already seen it happen. We've seen altcoins do this already last year. 3,700%. 37x multiples. If that's where it's heading, then what an entry right now. What an entry that we're staring at way down there at the bottom. Dash also used to be very, very popular 2017, so it's up at $1,600. Crypto Cruise pillaging Dash under 100. The bottom of this purple buy box. Nice retracement from last year again. That's what makes it a good entry right now. You're not FOMOing in at $500 like last year. Getting in under 100, shooting for over 1,000. This is how you find 10x. More like 15. In terms of Dash at 100 or Litecoin at 100, it's almost like getting AMC under $10. How about that? Ah, light bulb. Light bulb moment. Digibyte, it's not my favorite project. However, good signals on the chart. Doesn't get any better than this, really. Namely, Our long-term support trend line holding all the way back 2014. 2014. Digibyte's been going on a bull run. Is it a good entry here? Well, we got a 90% hot bevy from last year, so yeah, that's where we want it. Also, check out the VPVR point of control. What this indicator is showing us is the strongest area of volume at what price. What price has the most volume? Right there. Exactly where it's sitting. On the entire chart. It's safe to say that's gonna hold. That's gonna bounce from the point of control. Get back to the all-time highs. So these are really recoveries that we're talking about in a lot of respects. These are charts that we're talking about just recovering where they once were already with giant targets like that. Not even necessarily going to a brand new all-time high. Nano's flying under the radar because they just had a ticker rebranding. Same project, except it used to be listed as Nano, N-A-N-O. Now the ticker's rebranded XNO for Nano. So the charts got wiped. You can't see all the history on the chart here. It would look, if we were able to see the history of the old Nano chart before the rebranding. It would look like this. With a $40 all-time high. It's under $2. I always said I hope I can get Nano at $1. I still want to. This is good enough. I don't expect it to go down to $1 or $2 is good enough. So we're talking from under 2 to 40. Giant targets. Forget 10x, more like 20. Even better. Balancers at the relative all-time low. A DeFi play. Decentralized finance. A stock wizard. It's not exclusively crypto, but we covered all the important stock updates. If you want to rewind, it's worthwhile. It's worth a rewind if you weren't able to catch the beginning. Going through AMC and GameStop and everything. We're wrapping things up with crypto now. ICP. We're waiting for this any day, get over 20. This is a big bear trap in action. Meaning anything under $20, a bear trap. Even our first targets are getting good. So you got in around 15 just for our first real target. That's gonna be 300% ICP. Back to where it was September last year. With potential to go all the way up to 500. So from $20 to 500, 2,500%. These are the high risk, high reward bangers. While we're on that subject, jabs me. We're observing the behavior at this bottom. Our golden buy box. Huge retracement. It came down too far too fast. 95% hot bevy in just since November. Hey, that's kind of like Mullen. This is the Mullen of the altcoins right now. I'm Jasmine, so I do like where it is for new entries. Just to get back to last year. 20x, huge. Imagine to recover to last November. It is a small market cap, that's all part of it. A smaller market cap, meaning it takes less money to move the chart upwards. If it goes to $1, that's 50x. One of the biggest targets, perhaps. Also, perhaps one of the highest risk on the altcoins that we're watching right now. But it's not really something you would want to go all in on and cross your fingers. But if you're accumulating, being patient, building your position over time with what Bitcoin's doing and everything. Cool, now a couple more moderate ones. Chainlink. And this is what I mean by holding the line. Support going all the way back 2018 on Chainlink. And these are logarithmic charts that we're looking at right now, so it is going to look drastically different on a linear chart. Hard to notice that. On the logarithmic chart, very clear. When we get a bigger move on Bitcoin, let's say up to 50,000, that's where we should see a bigger breakout here on Chainlink as well. It was up at $50 last year. It's a decent entry when you're talking about this chart down 77%. Not every chart's gonna crash 95% and be a flaming hot bevy. Sometimes they're just reasonable, decent entry prices. That's what it is on Chainlink. It's not exactly a hot bevy all-time low. I wish it was down at 20 cents. Lastly, we have vechain, which is similar, more of a moderate risk with great targets nonetheless. Make it worthwhile. If you're diamond handsing altcoins, getting crypto exposure, there's an inherent risk to that in general. So you do want to make it worthwhile, having big enough targets. It's gonna pay off with patience. Nice support on the bottom in green. Can expect that to maintain, keep going. We are in this tight corner on most of these. Very similar to Chainlink there, this tight corner. Okay, we got some after hours popping. We'll definitely take a peek at the after hours before we finish. After hours still open? What time is it? It's gonna get dark out soon. I started the show this morning before the sun came up. We're gonna be streaming when the sun's going down. From sun up to sun down. Let's go. how excited I am about all this action, where these things are going. I could keep charting them all night, but there's no need. We'll give them time to do their thing. We got the luxury of planning right now, some extensive accumulation going on. I'm not complaining about having an extra month or two to accumulate here. Chat's freaking out about AI. Nice, 27%. Kaboom! We got a live one! End of day surprise! Epic. Incredible performance out of our favorite Wall Street bitch sucked today. The popcorn chart's still popping. Wow, look at the line. Oh, we cleared. So, obviously we were right on top of this one. The beauty of simplicity, it goes back to the simplicity conversation earlier. This chart's boiled down to the most basic principle. One trend line to rule them all. We cleared it the other day. That was our signal. Let's see, from the bottom. So it's up almost 30% right now, just after hours right here. How about from the bottom? Almost 70% already in just a few days. Pirate wedge, pirate wedge, pirate wedge. $1 target. Quick 200%. We've seen it all before. Brickell's doing something similar here. So many great choices. There's only one thing left to do. Let's get this treasure back to town. Thanks again, everyone. All the kind words and support, really making it a special afternoon. That was great. Happy trading. Have an awesome day. And take care. What's that old saying? When life gives you lemons, squeeze that lemonade? Something like that. Take care, y'all. I like that more, Becky. Life gives you a lemon, squeeze that bitch.
Habits are pointed